Welcome everyone to v8sonline's live coverage of the iRacing V8 Supercar official online series, proudly presented by the v8sonline Superstore, coming very, very, very soon. Great Clutch Services and our friends at V8 Supercars Fan Group. Jay Kennedy and Corey Slade bringing you all the action from round 5 at Virginia International Raceway. Very excited to be here, Corey.
Yeah, it's good to be back at Virginia International Raceway. It's it's been a couple of seasons since we've been here, and as I said in qualifying, I'm actually a little bit disappointed that I'm not out there, even though it is the V8 Supercar. It's definitely my favourite racetrack on iRacing. That is until we get Bathurst, of course, in a couple of weeks' time. But it's a great track. It's going to be very interesting to see how these guys go about racing in the V8 Supercar. For some of these guys, it'll be the first time they've raced here as well, so it's definitely going to be interesting.
Yeah, I'd love to say Bathurst is coming in a couple of weeks, but it's coming soon. I think it's the official answer, isn't it? Soon. I think actually, weeks. Corey, yeah, you said a couple of weeks. I actually think maybe we should just do a Virginia series and we'll just pick a different car every week. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Your mail race
Then we get Bathurst soon, we can add that into the Virginia Bathurst series.
Yeah, we also got our v8sonline insider, Reese Gardner, in with us tonight as well from the pits. G'day, Reese.
Hey guys, how are we?
Very good, mate. Got a bit of info for us, a bit of inside goss.
Yeah, I was listening into some of the teams during qualifying. My good friends at TTR, Dynamic Sim Sport, Lazy Man Racing, and Powerbond Racing Team, and I've heard a few little tidbits from Powerbond. They're apparently attempting to take it easy in this race because this is going to be a race with a pit stop. And Virginia, being the tight and twisty track that it is very, very tough on tyres. So I'm thinking Powerbond looking at tyre conservation.
Interesting. Definitely a track where it's going to be interesting to see whether you can take tyres or not at the pit stop. It's a fairly short pit stop. I think you need about 15 litres of fuel. So some guys will opt to obviously take less fuel at the start and take a little bit longer stop and change some tyres. But won't see everyone do that. Also believe you were talking to a few of the teams, they absolutely messed up trying to work together and get some draft in the qualifying session.
Yes, indeed. Rob Hartley and Marlon McMullen of... I'm really sorry, I can't remember which team that they raced for. Powerbond. Yes, that's it. I'm terribly sorry, guys. They attempted to help each other in qualifying by catching a bit of draft on the really long back straight of Virginia, but unfortunately it didn't work out too well for them. So more of an emphasis on their tyre conservation as a result of that.
Sounds like what we touched on in qualifying, Jay. It can go so wrong. Yep. I mean, you can try and set it up, but it can go horribly wrong if you mistime it. So, unfortunate for those guys. And I'll let you get to the grid.
Yeah, we'll go to the grid in just a minute. We've got the race track preview on screen. So 20 turns, 24 laps, 125 Ks in length this track. And it's all of our favourite. This is the race we've been looking forward to for a few seasons. To have this track back in the schedule, we cannot wait. We will go to the starting grid. The Madison Dam will start this race from pole position. Justin Ruggie will start in second position. Josh Muggleton in third. Richard Hampstead in fourth. Sean Kelly in fifth. Richie Stanaway sixth position. Adrian Stratford seventh. Troy Cox in 8th, Vale Riches in 9th, Lee Day in 10th, Matthew Hill in 11th, Marlon McMullen 12th, John Latham in 13th position, Michael McCabe, Tony Autridge, Lee Ellis, Rob Hartley, Mitchell Abril, Richard Hunter, Michael Fabian, Chris Stone, Matthew Barron, Scott McLaughlin coming in with very, very little practice, and Marty Atkins, the 24 drivers we'll have in this race.
Almost a full grid out here tonight. One shot.
Yeah, fantastic to see. Yeah, not far away from a full grid.
It's going to be interesting to see the guys, scream into the first corner. It's quite tight, and then sort themselves out. Because those couple of corners after turn one, they're pretty in your face and pretty tight as well. So, watching the argy-bargy of the field through there should be interesting on lap one.
Yeah, noticed watching a race earlier in the week. A few guys, they were getting shoved a bit wide if they weren't tucking in early enough. So, we'll see how it unfolds, but we're just about ready to go.
Yeah, car's starting to grid up now. It's exciting times. It's absolutely fantastic to have this racetrack back on the calendar, and I really hope it's something that's here to stay now for quite a while, because It's one that deserves to be here. I mean, there's a few on there that I question, but like Phillip Island. But this track's great.
Just had to get it in there, didn't you? You just had to.
Well, I missed doing it 2 weeks ago, or last week, when I think it was 2 weeks ago rather. I missed doing it there, so I had to try and catch up a little bit.
They're just waiting for the last couple of drivers to grid up, almost ready to go. We're waiting for 2 drivers.
We're waiting for the Ellis and Marty Atkins yet to grid up. A couple seconds to go now, so.
There's Atkins. I'll make sure I get Atkins right this week.
So,
the rev's right. Ready, flag. We're underway. Madison. What's happened to Madison? Madison down hasn't got off the line.
There's both Tats cars are out there. Looks like Belrich is involved. Michael McKay's involved.
What happened there?
Mullen's gone. I think that's John Latham's out wide. Who's car 4? Richard, sorry. This car's going everywhere off the start line.
Wow. Did not expect that to happen.
I was looking further back in the grid to see who got the line okay, and it's just absolute chaos. Adrian Stratford's involved. Muggleson's got big damage. He's all over the place. Who else?
Madison just didn't go anywhere.
And interestingly enough, Madison is he's still going. He looks like he's got the least amount of damage out of everybody.
That was amazing. I do not know what's happened.
Bale's in a lot of drama here. The car is not looking very good. It's gone across the grass now. Adrian Stratford's lost a lot of positions as well. Michael McKay's been involved heavily by the looks of it as well, so he's slowing right down. Sean Kelly's looks like he's got the crabs again this week here. God, this is absolutely chaos. Half the field, I think, was involved in that one.
That was unbelievable. I know we've seen it before, but it's something we just didn't expect to happen.
It's broken into 2 races now. The cars that aren't damaged and the cars that are, they're all having a big go at the moment. They're 3 wide into the oak tree. John Latham, Sean Kelly, and Matthew Hill. We've got Chris Stonoth right up ahead of them. But I see smoke down the back straight, so someone blown up there. I think it's Adrian Stratford has blown his motor. It is. Stratford's raced over.
Stratford's gone. Yep, he's out of the race. A lot of damage to the front of his car. Apologies, our overlays have just had a little bit of a hissy fit. They'll be back working on the screen in a minute. We go back live. One lap done, the most strangest lap we've ever seen.
Ruggier leads 2/10 over Richard Hampstead. Richie Stanaway finds himself in 3rd after qualifying 6th. Troy Cox in 4th. He started down in P8. Lee Day started 10th. He's currently running in 5th. So all these guys are making up 3, 4, 5 spots. Madison down.
Scott McLaughlin started 23rd. He's in 9th.
But it's a miracle that Madison Down is currently running in P6. His car was airborne before he even crossed the start-finish line.
Then have a look on the left of screen. You can see the gains and losses from that. Biggest winner, Scott McLaughlin and Matthew Barron, but a lot of other guys, their race is done.
Hearing that Madison might have a meatball flag, so for those that aren't sure what that means, it's mechanical black flags, so have to come down the pit lane.
And get the repairs done, so the officials aren't happy with the damage to his car.
Looks like it's actually going alright at the moment though.
It doesn't look like he's lost too much speed. The front 5 guys, they're definitely a little bit further ahead, sorry, the first 6 guys than the rest of the field. There's cars everywhere down the pit lane. But Justin leading from Hampstead, 0.4 of a second at the moment.
Interesting to see him. Keep an eye on Madison now. He's going to come in the last couple of corners in a second. Coming into Hogpen now. If he has got a meatball, it's still within a couple of laps, so not sure how much truth behind that. If anyone's playing some games in the spectator chat, he's staying out again, so
he's got another couple of laps to serve that.
Meanwhile, look how many cars are in pit lane. Muggleton and Matthew Hill there coming out of pit lane. I thought they were going to run into each other. McCabe and all these guys, look at this, they're coming out right in the middle of the pack. They're coming out right in the middle of the pack of everybody else. And they're all battling position as well, they're a lap down.
Definitely the strangest race I've ever seen.
Welcome back to Virginia, eh?
Oh.
It's been an interesting reunion tour for these guys at the moment. Got lead A now being attacked by Madison Down, who reports is Clayton Brooks in the spectator chat saying that he has got a meatball. His lap times aren't counting on the time monitor too, so that normally is an indication that he has got one.
Yep, some sort of penalty, whether it's a cut track or a meatball flag.
It couldn't be a, it couldn't be a jump start unless he did creep forward and then try to pull up.
Looked like he didn't engage gear.
I think you've all done that from time to time.
Oh, days sideways. Really hard to get the power down coming out of Oak Tree there. Madison might get this move done. He will.
Yeah. If Clayton's on the lead now saying he's going to meatball, surely Lee will just let him go. He does. Madison's going to have to tour down the pit lane within the next couple of laps, so no point really fighting that one at the moment.
And Madison might use this time just to get rid of enough fuel to do his pit stop and make sure he can get this home with just the one stop. He's got to pit this lap.
He's coming in.
And here he comes, yep.
So how long is this going to take though? That's a big question. And John Latham and Val Richards.
If we can go back to the front. Sorry, Hampstead looking to make a move on Justin Ruggier.
Yeah, these two have a bit of history as well. They had a bit of running last season that was a bit controversial. So it'll be interesting to see if these guys can play nicely here at the moment.
Bit of a love-hate relationship between these two guys.
I think Richie Stanaway is maybe in the best seat at the moment. Just sitting back watching. Not a regular in the series, but could pick up a win here if it gets ugly up ahead.
Reece Gardner with something from the pits.
Yeah, I've been listening in on the team chat, and there was a massive explosion of chatter after Madison Down's incident on the starting line. I think the team that came off the worst from that was Lazy Man Racing, because Sean Kelly and John Latham are right at the back of the field. Sean Kelly running in 21st, and John Latham looks to be out, I believe. So there's a lot of strategies messed up throughout the field. And I've just got a message in from my TTR spy guy. Madison was contemplating a quick rush to the toilet and wasn't concentrating. So make of that what you will, but unfortunately, incident for Madison Down. It seems rather absurd, but you know, this is sim racing and those things tend to happen. So
maybe he was just waiting for a mate.
It's already cut in there. We've got Justin Ruggier blinking on track at the moment.
Yeah. Internet issues for Justin. Obviously with Madison in the pit, someone's got to take that over, so Justin's taken on the role of the internet flasher tonight.
Speaking of copying the worst of that incident, it looks like both Tats cars now will be at the back of the pack. Josh Muggleton and Madison Down both involved. I actually believe it was Josh around at the back of Madison. Oh, Hampstead
Yeah, it was.
Hampstead's
in the lane
early.
Madison Down's just leaving the pits now.
That'll go a lap. He'll go a lap down now.
Yep.
So
this is an early pit stop for early pit for Hampstead. Very early.
Maybe trying to get the undercut. We saw him do it to Brad Lander a couple of weeks ago. Definitely an interesting strategy. Interesting to see now though if Justin responds, if he comes down the pit lane this time or not.
Hampstead's 9.1 second stop, so very, very short stop for Hampstead. Most likely just fuel. Teammates Matthew Hill there running off the track just to let Hampstead pass and not hamper his speed.
Matthew Hill and Michael McCabe, that fell position too, I might add.
Yeah, 6th, 17th and 18th. A lot of damage to the front of Hilly's car.
They were both involved in that lap 1 accident. Like I said, we've got a race in half a moment. The guys that didn't get damaged in the lap 1 accident and the guys that did, so at least it's nice and even for us.
Yep, we've got a couple of races that we can watch.
I think he's got the crabs there, going in a straight line. That car's not pointing too straight there.
And McCabe actually, here's a bit of damage to his car. Yeah, Kelly also not looking too healthy.
He seems to do this all too often, I think, Sean Kelly.
Now up front, Justin Ruggier is being tacked now by Richie Stanaway.
Richie's done a good job to climb on the back of Ruggier now. Interesting to see that either of these two pit though. Sean Kelly gets out of the way. No, they both stay out.
I think Ruggier has to go for a bit longer run.
reports that Richard's got a bit of clear air now in front of him.
Yep. The next driver ahead is Rob Hartley, which is just come into the lane.
Oh, I got Lee Ellis into turn 1. Put a move on Matthew Barron now. Has a dive at Scott McLaughlin. Contact! Oh, up the inside of McLaughlin.
Oh, McLaughlin's around.
Out they both go. All started. Ellis had a big look up the inside of Barron into turn 1. He went in deep and then just outbraked himself and straight to the door of Scott McLaughlin. And now look at this. We just said how much clear air Richard's got. They've come back straight in front of it. Replay now.
Yeah, Ellis, quite ambitious. It's that move. He tried to pass two in one corner.
Sorry, Hampstead just a bit of contact there on the rear wheel of Scott McLaughlin. Sorry to cut away from the replay, but all that clear air that Richard just had, he's been held up now by a damaged Scott McLaughlin there. A bit of contact too, so.
And McLaughlin's actually crabbing down the straight too.
I think we've got half the field now with a fair bit. Oh, look at this! There's a bit of a push! There's pushing, pushing! Richard Hampstead, what was that?
Pushes McLaughlin into the fence through the S's. Wow!
Oh, Richard Hampstead, that was a little bit how you're going there. Richard Hampstead, I know he's a bit fed up with McLaughlin holding him up, but you don't do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that was rather silly. There's heaps of time to get the move done. He knew he was being held up, but...
Yeah, that was... he was only held up for about half a lap there, so...
Yep.
I mean, he was a bit frustrated. You know, he had all that clear air, but I don't think the answer is to go punt people off in front of you. If I was Lee Ellis right now, I'd be trying to get out of the way, I think.
A lot of damage to McLaughlin's car too. Go back to the front.
Off the oak tree too, I think. Kieran Port's Hartley's off at the oak tree and Sean Kelly around as well. This race
Kelly's
in absolute chaos.
Kelly's off in the dirt. If we can go back to the front and see if this race has settled a little. Dustin Ruggie now 1.1 second gap back to Richie Stanaway. This race has had everything. It's amazing.
And we're only 7 laps in.
Wonder if the drivers will still want Virginia back in the schedule next season. But Ellis is now in the lane.
Yeah, he made big contact with McLaughlin. He had a fair bit of damage, and but he's actually in the lane now too. So.
Go to the battle. This is 7th, 8th, 9th on track. Matthew Barron, Michael Fabian, Richard Hunter. Go back and we'll have a look at the gains and losses again. Barron now the biggest winner. He's now up from 21st, I believe he started, or 22nd, sorry, up to 7th. Hunter and Fabian, the other guys on screen as well, also gained 11 spots, as has Marty Atkins.
Oh, Val Richards had a big spin. Val Richards had a big spin in front of Josh Muggleton there, sorry. Looks like he come through South Bend and got a bit sideways. Yeah, a lot
of damage to Vale's car too. He's not had a good night tonight. Let's have a lot of drivers.
Matthew Barron's done a good job. He's on a bit of a high at the moment. Been doing really well in the Grand Am series. He's been really excited about that. So,
yeah, quite a few guys step across the race in both series. So, really good to see guys dipping their toes in different series beside the V8. So, this week Laguna Seca, I believe, for the Grand Am series, Corey.
Yeah, we're off to Laguna Seca. This is the last track I drove on, I think, a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, off to Laguna Seca for the Grand Am, and that should be another cracker. Only 50-minute race, so no pit stops, and I'm hoping to be calling all the action there with Matthew Hill. Yep,
should be a good race next Thursday night. So make sure you tune in from 8:45 Australian Eastern Standard Time. I nearly got that wrong again. I'll get in trouble if I get that wrong again. Eastern Standard Time, 8:45. I'll get it right before I get in trouble.
Right.
You already see the hate mail coming through.
Bathurst is coming in a few weeks and getting
I think you've already got the hate mail coming through. And of course, next week we'll be off to Sonoma in the V8 Supercar Series, a sprint round, 27 laps. One of the last rounds last season. Yeah.
One of the bigger championship finding moments, I think.
Yep.
Quite a bit of action, a bit like what we saw here today, actually.
Yep. Barron and Fabian. Look at Fabian's speed. He'll get the move done on Barron.
Oh, will he? Because he actually might just... Barron will break early, surely.
Have to.
So if you can hold on out there, it's probably hard, but if you hold on around the outside of the roller coaster, you get up the inside. Now Justin Ruggie still staying out.
One of these guys I feel will pit very, very soon. Probably Barron would be my guess in this lap.
Just a quick update. We have 10 cars that are now a lap or more down in the space of only 8 laps in this race. Sorry, 9 laps.
This has been one of the strangest races I've ever seen in the entirety of this series. Oh, Madison down. That was strange from Madison coming into Snake.
He's just got behind his teammate Troy Cox. He's running a bit wide on the curb, dip wheel on the grass, and it's a slow spin.
They're the worst. You feel like you've got done nothing wrong and you just go around, but not a night for Madison to remember tonight.
Yeah, at least he's back out there running now, but not in any immediate danger from anybody. The next car for position will be Matthew Hill, who's also a lap down, and he's got a lot of damage.
Lee Day doing a good job staying out of trouble. Currently P4. Marlon McMullen in 5th. I know he took evasive action out on the grass at the start of the race. I think that might be the new line at the start of the race, to run it on the grass. Although next week Sonoma, it's concrete walls at the start.
Yeah,
we've seen good starts there before too, haven't we?
If that happened at Sonoma, it'd be a very, very different story. I think it'd be almost the whole field out of the race.
Yeah, it'd be 2 cars still running.
That went nowhere. But
Reece Gardner's got something for us from the pits.
Mr. Clayton Brooks from ANZ Motorsport just dragged me out of the commentary booth for a couple of seconds because he's got a couple of things that he wanted to tell me. Richie Stanaway in 2nd has been working with Justin Ruggier on the race set for ANZ. So they've been doing a little bit of conspiring, and he said that the race set is going to look after itself. So they're in a good position up the front at the moment, and he told me obviously Scott McLaughlin is not happy at all with the incident with Richard Hampstead, and Lee Day is doing rather well yet again. They're just going to run it until they pit. When, I'm not quite sure, so we'll see what happens.
Thanks, mate. Notice Troy Cox has made his trip down the lane, and I believe he's taken 4 tyres, so expect a bit of extra speed from Cox after that stop.
Looking at Richard Hampstead now, he's all that clear. It's just not gone right for him pitting early. I don't think it was the right decision, and he's in a bit of traffic again. Managed to get past Richard Hunter, I believe it was, and now stuck behind Matthew Barron. It looks like he might be struggling a little bit with tyres. Might have pushed a little bit hard, I think, and had a little bit more grip like the Riley. He'll be happy.
Oh, look at
sideways though. Almost done it by himself. That was out of control. Doing a good job out there at the moment though. Oh, baby's on the road of Oak Tree. Stayed out of the tyres.
Yeah, good job to keep that off the fence.
Just lost 3-4 spots though.
Yep. And look at Barron and Hampstead swerving down the road. Who's trying to break this draft from Hampstead?
Yeah, looks like there. So Hampstead now coming up.
He'll get the move done. Barron has no choice but to give that up. Hampstead on fresher tyres and no damage on his car, whereas Barron a lot of damage to the front of that car. The leaders continuing on, Justin Ruggier and Richie Stanaway. Pushing on, we're now 10 laps into this race, 14 to go. I mentioned earlier, tomorrow night we will be broadcasting a special event presented by Demidov Innovations, iRacing's first State of Origin. So we'll be broadcasting 3 weeks in a row. 3 weeks, the same weeks as the State of Origin Rugby League. Doing 2 races in the one night. Oval race to start with, road race following. Same circuit, so it'll be a Roval race the second race in the same car. So go Queensland. Get that in there as a Victorian.
I don't think you have to say this one. I don't think you're not from either state, so I don't think your opinion counts on that one.
No, it does. As a Victorian, we have to go for Queensland. Just trying to crunch the calculator out to try and work out, has Ruggie got enough of a gap back to Hampstead, 28 seconds?
Well, with the traffic, you'd have to think so, and I think if you're Justin, I mean, I know their tyres are going to look after themselves, but if he was to come in now, he'd get back out, and I think, I'm not very good with maths, so don't hold me to it, but I think in clear air, so.
Yeah, Reece Gardner's got more for us from the pits.
Yeah, I got a bit more info on two things actually concerning the top four. I was listening in on Lazy Man Racing and or is it Power Bond? I'm not sure. Yet again, I'm really sorry.
Bond.
Yeah, my Power Bond. Apologies for my continued errors. Marlon McMullen is planning to pit at the same time as Justin and Richie. So we'll see what happens when that comes to pass. And my TTR spy has told me that Madison has been talking about amending his infamous fail starts video. He still has some minor steering damages, doing his best to drive around it. So yeah, that's an update so far.
We might have to go and find that fail video. We might put it up on our Facebook page for everyone to have a look at and have a laugh. Oh,
it's been
Madison
quite a while
still
since we've seen Madison down have his fail starts video. I remember he's big famous on Adelaide on R Factor. I think he started on pole, then crashed at the first chicane and took out a massive amount of cars. So
we will find that video for everyone. We'll put it up on our Facebook page tonight for everyone to have a look at.
Had a bit of a. Seems if something goes wrong for Madison, they're instant all the start line. So
Fabian and Barron, they're still continuing their battle. After Hunter's made his trip down the lane, guys continuing on. We're at half race distance. Oh, Barron almost made the corner. A little bit of a tap. Here comes Fabs. He'll get the move done down the straight. Oh, maybe not.
Sorry to interrupt. Justin Ruggier is coming into the pits. He's pitting.
Here we go.
Richie Stanaway stays out.
Alright, so
thank you, Reece.
We're about to Hampstead. Hampstead's through roller coaster now.
Hampstead had a very, very short pit stop.
Yeah, then you had those moments, and Lee Day's in the lane 2 now. So, and interestingly, Marlon stays out. So, a little bit of fibs, I think, coming out of the Power Bond team at the moment. But where's Hampstead? He's through Hogpen. He's on the front straight now. Dustin.
Ruggie is down.
Ruggie's off. So Hampstead's up.
Oh, this is going to be close.
Hampstead's up to speed. I think he's going to. Is he going to get? No, he's going to come out of these bumpers.
No, right behind him.
Oh no!
This is going to be on for this next few laps because Stanaway.
He's running right there. Justin Ruggier, big moment in turn 1. Lee Day's come out alongside Troy Cox. They're mighty close. They're still side by side there through turn 1. I don't think going side by side to NASCAR Ben's going to work too well though. Like Troy had the inside, that'll be job done.
Sorry guys, just heard that Mitch Labral's just blown an engine, so that's all 3 of the Lazy Man racing entries out tonight.
Not been a good run. They come off a pretty exciting Thursday night in the Grand Am at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park, and now it's gone horribly wrong here at Virginia.
Hard to take our eyes away from this. This is the effective race lead. Ruggier and Hampstead, these 2 guys have had a lot of history.
Now we've already seen that Hampstead ain't afraid to I guess that there's some interesting things as well, so this could get very interesting up front now. Like Justin on fresher tyres, you'd have to think will have the advantage.
Watching from this gyro cam, you can see the undulation and camber on this circuit. It's absolutely amazing, this track.
These two so close into turn 1. Richie Stanaway currently leads the race from Marlon McMullen. Both yet to do the pit stop.
Matthew Barron's actually entered the lane. He's made his pit stop. And Michael Fabian's still yet to pit as well. So 3 drivers on track yet to make their pit stop. Stanaway, McMullen and Fabian. Not much difference just looking at the times of the actual pit stops. Ruggier 10.5 seconds, Hampstead 9.1. Not much really in it, 1.4 second extra pit stop. That could probably mean Justin's got a bit more fuel to burn. Hampstead might have to conserve a tiny little bit.
Look at now, Hampstead's in the draft. I don't think it's going to be close enough though.
It's now 10 laps to go when they cross the line.
Marlon McMullen is pitted.
McMullen in the lane.
Yep.
So Stanaway still out there though.
Fabian also looks like he's coming in this lap. No. There's still 2 drivers yet to make their pit stops. McMullen, a very, very good lap, pit stop time. Same time as Hampstead, 9.1 seconds. Fabian's only dropped a couple of spots. He's actually come out. Something looks like may have happened to Barron. He's dropped a fair bit off the pace from where he was in that battle pack he was in. Go back. Might go back to this battle though for the effective race lead. Ruggier and Hampstead with 10 to go. This is going to be a fantastic final 10 laps.
Oh, who's that around? It looks like, is that Madison down again? Madison down again, he's around at Oak Tree.
Yep. Definitely one for the blooper reel tonight for Madison. Just off on the grass again. Hammer's right up behind Justin here, looking to get this move done as soon as he can. There's nothing between these guys. Justin, just watching there, he's not as comfortable coming into the first part of the track.
Oh, who's that ahead of them going? Would have gone there, Scott McLaughlin.
Yeah, McLaughlin.
This could get very interesting here. Oh! Yeah.
Oh!
We saw that coming.
That was coming from a few laps before.
Yeah, the minute he come back out on track, you could see that was going to happen.
Yep. I think both guys are even.
Yeah, I think after the way that Richard fenced Scott before, that was his payback. You can tell this means a lot to these guys as well. When you see stuff like that, yeah, they put in so much effort and.
Yeah, who says this is just a video game?
Yeah, I don't think this is over too because I don't think this is going to be over yet either.
No, Hampstead will be coming up.
Hampstead big moment. He's gone off at the Oak
Oh,
Tree
Hampstead's off.
So, Madison
I think just gets it back on track. Stanaway still continuing on.
So Justin Ruggie now, though, he'll be laughing after that one. Got a massive margin back to Hampstead. I think his main worry now is Richie Stanaway, who, by the sounds of it, is pretty close to the team anyway.
Yep, won't be long till we see Stanaway pit. Probably next lap or the lap after.
Oh, Hammer's got big dramas. He's got a lot of steering damage, I think.
Yep.
He's
yeah,
struggling.
well,
Let's Madison go. He'll probably come down the lane this time wide, I think. No, he stays out.
Continue on. He's going to have to try and hold on to keep his position, but saw the front wheel of Hampstead right into the door of McLaughlin, and that would have caused a lot of damage to that steering arm. The 8 laps to go. Danaway still leads this race.
The official lead, though, from Justin to Hampstead now is 10 seconds.
Yep. That battle's over now. And Hampstead, I think, really with the damage to his car, he actually really has to worry about Fabian behind with only 8 laps to go.
Well, you got Troy Cox, who's currently
Troy Cox
who's only a couple of seconds behind him, and then not too far behind is lead A.
Troy Cox is only right behind as well as Day and McMullen. So Hampstead's really going to have to hold on to this this podium.
Yeah, I think it's going to be hard. I mean, look how Madison is driving away from him. And yeah, I think Cox will get him. Lead A will get him. I'll be surprised if Marl doesn't get him as well. So
yeah,
and I really don't see this being over up ahead here between between these two.
Danaway's continuing on for another lap, so it'll be 7 to go when he crosses the line.
So Stanaway's running along out there. Only a 24-lap race. I mean, that is a fair way around here, but doing a good job out there at the moment. Haven't really spoken much about him.
Definitely will have to stop. You can't do this without a pit stop, but Cox now really putting some pressure on Hampstead.
Yeah, this is for a podium position as well.
Oh!
Cox will get him. He will get him here.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, here comes lead A. They're going to be 3 wide down the straight. Lead A's going to pick up 2 spots if he can hold on to this one.
Hampstead's giving it up to. He's not. Oh, he's going to try and keep it 3 wide. And Day up the inside of Cox from 5th to 3rd in a corner.
What a job there by lead A. Gets on the podium. Currently makes an ANZ 1-2. Fantastic driving. Got such a good run there out of the final corner.
And Cox did all that work for no position.
Richard Hampstead.
And Troy Cox has now been involved.
That's an absolute joke. I'm sorry to say it, but he just ruined someone else's race. Absolute joke.
Yeah, Troy Cox got involved there as an innocent bystander.
Yeah, that didn't need to happen. I know he's angry, but that's an absolute joke. He's just gone and ruined Troy Cox's race, who's having a fantastic run. Doesn't get to race that often. And has to put up with that kind of rubbish from some of these so-called seasoned competitors. And he's raced though. Looking at Cox now, he's got big damage.
Richie Stanaway is now in the lane, so has he got a big enough lead to hold off from Ruggia? And lead A as well, where will he slip in there? Will he slip in between those 2 guys? I believe so. Justin now coming through Hogpen. Stanaway's dropped now. Stanaway actually very quick stop. This is actually going to be very, very close.
Oh, Scott McLaughlin, sorry. Yeah, those two have just, they're done. Stanaway comes out just behind Justin Ruggia.
That was close between those guys. Stanaway almost got that position. Very, very quick stop from Stanaway. And Stanaway will be a little bit fresher, a little bit of cool air on the tyres. Possibly has changed too.
I'm going to go to a replay of Richard Hampstead and Scott McLaughlin in the roller coaster. Gotta say, do apologise for any of the viewers who might be tuning in for the first time. It's not always like this. It's a little bit heated here tonight at Virginia. It's been action-packed from lap 1, and I think it's just got the best of everybody.
This is proves that this isn't just a video game. This is pure emotion. These guys are here to win. These guys want to win, and they want to do the best job they can. And the emotions have got the better of these two guys tonight. We'll go back to the front. Yeah, Troy Cox is still in the lane, getting repairs done, so unlucky for Troy. Ruggier leads from Stanaway and Day, and McMullen's closing the gap on Lee Day. So McMullen definitely not out of getting a podium here. 5 laps to go now when the guys cross the line.
So unfortunate for Troy Cox there. He's P12, a lap down. He was on for a podium. I really feel sorry for him. He absolutely nothing to do with that incident and innocent bystander. And just another note, we've got only 11 cars on the lead lap. Would you believe, Jay?
Yeah, and Lee Ellis is the last driver on the lead lap. A little bit of damage to his car, so he probably won't go a lap down unless he has to pit for some reason.
How's Marty Atkins at the moment? P9 currently. He started in dead last in 24th position. Currently runs P9.
Yep, biggest mover in this race, P15, plus 15 positions. Fabian as well has gained 13, but Justin Ruggier looks like he's actually starting to pull away a little.
So 4 laps to go.
Definitely another race that we'll never forget, Corey.
Yeah, it's something that I don't think we've seen anything like this now for a couple of seasons. So as you said though, it's not just a video game for those out there that are watching. You know, these guys put in so much effort week in, week out, and they've been going out for a couple of years now, and it takes so long to get to the top of the list, and then something goes wrong, and you can see that it can sometimes get a little bit out of hand. But Justin Ruggier and Richie Stanaway doing a great job at the moment. Two guys that have avoided everything, done their practice.
This is 6th and 7th, Hartley and Fabian. Michael Fabian's gaining quite a lot of time on Rob Hartley, so Hartley's getting a little bit of pressure applied from behind. Fabian's gained a lot of time the last couple of laps. Last lap around there was 9/10 of a second gain between Hartley and Fabian, and gaps closed from, it was 1.5 seconds at the start of this lap, down to nothing at all.
Yeah, you'd have to say that Fabian's going to get him here. It's only a matter of time.
Rob Hartley's being told by his team to just keep his head down and ignore Michael Fabian at the moment.
Probably a good move for him to keep the eyes forward, because 4 laps of this track, it's still a long way to go in this race.
Yeah, so now trying to keep up with all the action. Sorry, it's the thing is, I'm looking into the pack. There's like at least 5 or 6 cars now that are a lap down, but are actually close-ish to guys they're battling with.
Up the front, it will be 3 laps to go when Justin Ruggier crosses the start-finish line. Richie Stanaway, 2nd position. The lead day doing a really good job. 3rd position, 4th last week, 3rd this week. Team get a win in a few weeks' time. Marlon McMullen 4th position, Tony Autridge in 5th, Rob Hartley 6th, Michael Fabian 7th, Richard Hunter in 8th, Marty Atkins 9th, and Matthew Barron 10th. Probably the most mixed up top 10 we've ever seen.
Yeah, if you ran through that before the race, you'd be like, oh, wow, you know, where's the Richard Hampstead to Josh Muggleton to Michael McKay's, Matthew Hills, Madison Down, Stratford, the McLaughlin's, so many names there that we'd expect to be in the 10 that, like you said though, it's mixed up, but that's because it all went crazy lap 1. It's like, you know, the green flag dropped, and then everyone was just in Demolition Derby mode. Madison didn't get off the line, there were cars flying through the air, cars are kilometre out wide, it's just been absolute chaos.
Well, we said that the first corner got really narrow, but we didn't even get that far.
Yeah, well, it tightens up, but as you said, we didn't get past the start-finish line before the first accident, and like I say, welcome back to Virginia, a track that everyone loves and everyone wants to come back to, and you know, a good way to reunite the Vets Supercar series with the racetrack.
It's definitely been an interesting race, to say the least, and just started right at the very start. Green light goes, Madison Down doesn't get off the line, and 15 cars get involved in a start line accident, and it's led to the most bizarre race we've ever seen.
I think it's been interesting for everybody except Justin Ruggie at the moment. Currently leads by a second, just
2 to go. This is actually really going to shake up the championship tonight. We've got Hampstead down, Muggleton all way down in the list. McLeod not racing tonight. So this will put Justin into quite a sizable championship lead.
Yeah, and it's you know, something that he needs to do. We saw it, he was so close last season. It's just when races like this happen, he needs to be banking the points. Unfortunately, it happened to him a couple of times last season, and it's working in his favour at the moment. Of course, still the drop weeks though.
Yep, there's still a long way to go in this championship. This is still going on between Rob Hartley and Michael Fabian. Troy Cox, unfortunately, has gone off the track at turn 1. Right ahead of these guys. Hartley still just holding on from Fabian.
Like I said earlier, you got to feel for Troy Cox at the moment. Doesn't get to run very often, and when he does, he normally goes pretty well. He's running up. He was on target for a podium as well, and now finds himself P13.
Unlucky for him tonight.
Yeah. Matthew Hill, Michael. Oh, Matthew Hill's gone. Hilly and McCabe created play together, and then coming into turn 1, Hilly rotates the thing. So a bad night gone to worse for Matthew Hill on the final lap.
Yeah, another driver with a night to forget, Matthew Hill.
But McCabe went to the outside. Hilly hit the brakes, and round she goes.
I don't think he hit the brakes hard enough. I think it looked like he thought the corner wasn't coming up as close as he was, and then locked it up right at the last second, and around it went. But Justin Ruggie crosses the line with the last lap, and the gap for the lead has closed up quite considerably. Last lap around Stanaway 3/10 quicker. Half a second between these guys. This isn't over.
Yeah, it's getting tight. Although I don't know how. You know, Richard is not a full-time competitor here, and Justin obviously is. And currently with an ANZ 1-2-3, I think if you're Clayton Brooks' team manager, you might play a little bit of what do you got here, multi 26 or something, and keep Justin up in front. Hoping these guys can go at it, but championship-wise, it'd be smarter, I think, to keep Justin out in front. But half lap to run now. It's actually been a fantastic run for Richie. Like I said, not a full-time competitor in the series. He's had a lot of curb through the S's. Doesn't run full-time with us, but when he does, he always seems to have a lot of speed. Definitely a driver, I think, that if he was to run on a more regular basis, obviously real-life commitments, he's a real-life racer over in the likes of Europe and the States and stuff. And but obviously, I think if he did race for this week in, week out, he could be very, very quick and a real contender.
I think he'd be a championship competitor or contender. So it's really good to see Richie when he's out on track with us here in this series. But Justin Ruggie, a great drive tonight. Only got a couple of corners to hold out. Just stayed out of trouble, and that's made all the difference.
Stanaway's round he goes. Justin Ruggie, can you believe it? On the last lap, the race leader. Surely Stanaway will give that one back, or will he?
I don't know.
No,
he's going to push on.
He's pressing
on.
Richie Stanaway will win at Virginia International Raceway
wow.
on the return of the V8 Supercar Series. Takes out the race leader at the roller coaster on the final lap. Justin and Ruggie will be fuming at the moment. Teammates, can you believe it?
I am lost for words.
The teammates
absolutely lost for words. Lee Day crosses the line for third position for an ANZ 1-2-3. But wow.
That's actually interesting little stat. I'll bring up on that later, but can you believe it, teammates? We just heard about 3 minutes ago when they started the final lap, Clayton Brooks saying ANZ 1-2-3 and that Richie Stanaway was part of ANZ for the V8 Supercar Series. And then on the last lap, into the roller coaster, Stanaway into the back of Justin Ruggie. Around he goes. I really would have thought he'd give that position back too.
I thought so too. Marlon McMullen's crossed for 4th position. Tony Aldridge in 5th. Hartley holds on for 6th over Fabian in 7th. Richard Hunter will cross the line in 8th position. Marty Atkins, great drive from 24th up to 9th. And Matthew Barron will round out the top 10.
Might just see if we can get our director to go back a little bit. Wait for everyone across the line apparently.
Not many drivers left to do. Lee Ellis, bit of a moment as he's crossed the line. I'm pretty sure everyone's glad that this week's over.
Let's come back. I think we need to do this again. That was one of the most action-packed, controversial, just crazy races I've seen in a very, very long time in this series. And oh man, we said so many times how good Justin has been going. He stayed out of trouble in the last lap.
Oh,
that's the kind of thing. That's a couple. I mean, he did finish 2nd, but that's still quite a few points that could come into play at the end of the championship. That he comes 2nd by 3 or 4 points, mate. The first person you got to look at is Richie Stanaway, because that's your teammate nonetheless. That is terrible. I'm sure he didn't mean it. I'm just going to clear that up now. I'm sure he didn't mean that, but
I think you're right.
Definitely not ideal.
I was about to say this will be the first win for V8 Supercars fan group, but they'll have to wait another week. Another 2nd for that team. See if we can grab a replay right at the end of the race there. That was one of the most bizarre, strangest, amazing, controversial races I think we've ever broadcast, Corey.
I don't have any words to describe it. I mean, it was just...
I'm lost for words.
It was on from the get-go, and it was just... Everything was so shaken up. I just can't believe that that's what we saw, and it's... like I said, it's a great way to reunite the V8 Supercar at Virginia International Raceway, a track that everyone was so much looking forward to, and I think now they're all glad the season's over. Or not the season, rather the race is over.
I actually don't know how many drivers will get over for a chat tonight. I think a lot of drivers will throw down their stuff and walk away. Sorry, Race.
I was just going to say, I was so enamoured with the race. My eyes were glued to the screen. I almost forgot about my pit reporting. It was certainly a race for the ages, I think.
Yeah, great race to watch. We'll run through the results in just a moment. But I'm shocked. So we have got the results on the screen. Richie Stanaway picks up the win from Justin Ruggie in 2nd position. Lee Day in 3rd. Marlon McMullen 4th. Tony Aldridge in 5th. You guys with their best ever finishes. Rob Hartley in 6th position. Michael Fabian 7th. Richard Hunter in 8th. Marty Atkins 9th. Matthew Barron 10th. Lee Ellis in 11th position. Madison Down, the man who started it all with a box of neutrals on the start line, in 12th. Troy Cox in 13th. McCabe 14th. Val Richards 15th. Matthew Hill 16th. Josh Muggleton 17th. John Latham in 18th. Hampstead 19th. Kelly in 20th. Abril in 21st. McLaughlin 22nd. Stratford in 23rd. And Chris Stone 24th. Marlon McMullen has joined us. 4th position tonight. Stayed out of trouble and got your personal best result.
Yeah, that race start was well and truly an interesting one. I don't know what exactly happened. I think Madison he just did not move, and then all of a sudden I see cars flipping in the air. Sorry?
He forgot to put it in gear, I believe.
It's a rookie mistake. He's going to be kicking himself for that one.
Go for it. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, we took to the grass and all came good. I don't know where I was going to pop back on, and then just put my head down and put my thumbs up and slowly worked away in the race.
It looked like you had a bit of a lawnmower moment there at the start. You went out and mowed the lawn and got it all nice and neat and tidy for the guys at the track.
Yeah, I was wondering when I was eventually going to be able to come back onto the track, because I was out there for at least 5 or 6 seconds.
Yeah, I think there was a couple of cars that were almost a kilometre off the bloody racetrack out there. It was definitely interesting.
You got to do what you got to do to avoid it, you know.
You've done a fantastic job though, mate. At P4, it's awesome, and it's a bit of a shame with Troy Cox. Actually, looks like you guys were shaping up to be look like you're gonna have a good battle, rather.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not sure what exactly happened to him, but you know, I had a really good battle with Lee throughout the race, and I think it was Tony Orchard as well. But it was just good to finally have some car pace and feel like I could actually catch someone for once.
Yeah, so I just have to say, a member of your team's taking all the credit. That would be Chris Tarrant, who come in for 5 seconds and thought he'd done all the help, so he's taking all the credit for your good result tonight. Hello, Chris. Well, there you go. Well done tonight, by the way, mate. That was a good job. We'll go to the man that started all of this tonight, Madison Down. Box of neutrals, no doubt.
Yeah, buggered that up pretty well off the start and managed to pretty much take the entire field with me. So, including my teammate, which wasn't good. So, yeah, that was pretty average. So, sorry to everyone watching, everyone in the race, our sponsors, everything. That was just shocking. So, oh well.
You got a new video to add, mate, to your Adelaide crash from a couple of years ago.
I was just about to say I've already got several fail starts, as you'd call them, and I think I might have to go and update that video on YouTube. So yeah, look out for that.
Get to it. We'll put it up on our Facebook page. We'll find the old one later tonight. We'll put it up on our Facebook page. Definitely a night to forget. But no, I'm not going to say we've all done it because I haven't done it yet.
Yeah, well, I did it 3 years ago, and thought that was the one time over and done with. I've learnt my lesson, but as it turns out, didn't learn the lesson 3 years later. Made the same mistake, so oh well. Next time.
They'll go to second position tonight. Justin, great drive, unlucky at the end, mate.
I wasn't expecting that, man.
Neither were we.
No multi 21 there either. Well, what do you do, man? It happened. I can't change the result, but yeah, I drove a pretty solid race, and I knew Richie was going to be quite strong. So when I pitted and he stayed out, I knew every lap was going to be a qualifying lap for me to be able to pip him out of the pits, and I was very surprised to marginally get out in front of him, actually, because he was on it tonight, man, and he's a class act, mate. So yeah, it's unfortunate, man. I'm still winless this season, but we just got to keep these points ticking over, and hopefully I'll get a win and if I'm in the lead with 3 corners to go, hopefully I can make it stick.
Oh, we'll no doubt you'll be back out there next week. Sonoma, a track mixed results for you at Sonoma, so fingers crossed you can actually pick up a win there.
Yeah, hopefully, man. It's look, just got to keep pressing on again, man, and you know, who knows what's going to happen, mate. Just hopefully that if I'm leading, try and stay out of trouble and look in the mirrors a bit more and see if I could avoid it. But I think that incident, man, I couldn't avoid. I didn't realise I was going to get that slight tap around, and you know, unfortunately, it turned me into a spin. But yeah, looking forward to next week. But yeah, we need to get this win on the board.
Well, good luck for next week. We'll go to Lee Ellis, P9 tonight. Lee, good drive to P11. Sorry, P11.
I can be P9 if you guys want me to.
Yeah, tried to stay out of trouble tonight, but I guess it's not that easy to on this track.
No, all this week I had no pace. Qualified 24th overall, something ridiculous like that. Just couldn't string a lap together, and yeah, just all up in the air. Madison going, oh well, that went well, and then went to grass, and yeah, then incident between me and Scott. I thought I was upside him, and he obviously turned in on me. So what can you do?
It was very, very close. You look like you might have been close enough, but it was very, very close between you guys. So yeah, I'm not sure which way you could judge that one.
Yeah, it was marginal. It also didn't help that I only took 22 litres of fuel at the start. So a 75 litre pit stop did not help one little bit.
That's a qualifying error there, I guess. Left the coil set on.
Yeah, definitely left the coil set up. It was. I got the pressures right, just not the fuel.
Yeah, we've all done that one. Now we'll go to Matthew Barron, 10th tonight. Squizzer just stayed out of trouble as well, and a lot of damage to the front of your car, but bring it home for 10th.
Oh yeah, managed to get a pretty good start. I think I actually got a better start than Scotty Mack did, which is kind of surprising. And then yeah, went up the middle. Everyone braked before I did, and I think I was last on the brakes and hit one of the back of the TTR cars, and yeah, managed to gain 12 spots in the first lap, which I think was pretty impressive.
For you, you're saying you're really, really struggling for pace, but you didn't look too bad towards the end.
Oh, but I took tyres in the pit stop because I thought I'd use my tyres up in the first stint, so I'd just pit, take tyres, and then go back out. But then my second stint was a lot slower than my first stint, so I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, we'll go to the last man that probably is like, thought, what the hell when he started the race, Muggo? Is that pretty much what went through your head there?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's a quote word for word, Jay, actually.
Word for word? No, probably not. It was probably worse than that.
That's the PG version, yeah.
That's the censored version. So obviously all that work you've done helping us this week was for not much.
Yeah, waited a good the year for this to come back on the schedule, and then that happened. So that's a bit disappointing. But what do you do?
You did pick up a win early in the week, so at least you're not completely wasted.
Yeah, no.
No.
Still wasted.
Oh, next week, mate. Next week. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, another track I hate.
Hey, then after that, you'll be right. Now, of course, tomorrow night, a few of you guys will be running in the State of Origin. I believe about 3-4 of you guys will be running tomorrow night. So
yeah, I should be.
That should be a good fun event. Make sure you tune in tomorrow night. I think we're live from about 8 p.m. We will, I believe the guys are wanting to do a coin toss, so...
I've actually got a question about that. Is it a rolling start tomorrow night?
Good question. We'll find out more and we'll put it up on our Facebook page.
Yeah, I just wouldn't mind for more than about 12 cars to finish the race.
We've actually got the boys in here. What are we doing for this coin toss, boys? Desi?
All right. We were kind of hoping, Jay, you would want to do a coin toss for us, and we'll get our team captains, Rob and Jono, to call out whatever they want to do. And the winner of that will get to select the car track combo for tomorrow night.
Rightio. Who's calling?
You call it, Jono.
Sure.
Right, Jono, you're calling. New South Wales is calling.
Heads.
Tails, it is.
That's the only thing we'll lose.
Queensland win. Queensland win the toss.
Started already, eh, Jono? Right.
Oh, yeah.
What do we do first?
I think we'll go, we better take the Corvette at Pocono, eh?
The only thing we're going to agree
the
on.
State of Origin. The State of Origin will be the Corvette at Pocono Road and Oval tracks, which should be a lot of fun. So 8 p.m. tomorrow night at v8sonline.com.au for the Thanks everyone for coming in. Another fantastic night of racing, Corey.
Yeah, it was good, and I'm disappointed that I wasn't out there driving at my favourite track. But I'll tell you what, I think it was probably a little bit safer to be up in the comms box. And although I think I saw Madison get a bit of air, so we're not completely safe. But no, it's been good. I can't wait to get back at Virginia again next season. Hopefully having a steer, but it's been good.
Yep. Good news is next week, Sam, and we'll be back joining us in the commentary box for next week. So that is fantastic news. We will be live next week from Sonoma in California. Also, Thursday night, we will be live for the Grand Air Series from Laguna Seca. And, of course, tomorrow night, we will be live for the State of Origin Series. Live coverage of the iRacing.com V8 Supercar official online series, proudly presented by V8's Online Superstore, Clutch Services, and V8 Supercars Fan Group. Winner was Richie Stanaway.
Queenslander.